what is cryptocurrency arbitrage trading and how do you actually make money from this? If this has actually been your question anytime in the crypto journey, then I'm about to give you a practical example of what arbitrage is and how you can actually make money using crypto arbitrage. If you're a beginner, make sure to watch this video to the very end because this could be one of the first ways for you to make your first $1,000 from cryptocurrency or even more. So what I'm doing is to use this platform rather, to figure out how we can be able to find exchanges to do arbitrage trading in. And what is arbitrage trading? Arbitrage trading is very, very simple, right? It's the art of or the act of buying something for a cheaper price and selling it for a more expensive price. Now, in a layman language, this is simply the same as what you do on your day-to-day businesses, where you buy your goods for a cheaper price in a wholesale price, and then you sell it out to retailers for a more expensive price. But this time around, you don't wait for the customers to come. You basically go into the market and get the customers yourself. So you buy it yourself, you go to where customers are already demanding for it for a higher price, and you sell it to them. So what you're doing is to utilize the ignorance of so many other traders like you to make money. And there's nothing wrong about that. There's nothing illegal about that. This is all completely legit trading, a legit way of making money online. The fact that some other people don't really know about this doesn't mean that you cannot use it to make money, right? So let's go ahead and see how this works. But before I get started, kindly go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up if you want to get more updates like this on how to make money using cryptocurrency. Now, the very first thing I want to do is to guide you through how you can be able to spot the exchange using your CoinMarketCap application. All you have to do is simply go ahead and click on this particular arrow you see over here on the right over here. So once you click on that, it's going to bring you over to this place. Now you have what is called the exchanges right here. Just go ahead and click on the exchanges and it's going to lead you straight into different market exchanges. Now they have the centralized exchanges and the decentralized exchanges. Anyone you choose is good, but the easiest one to trade with is the centralized exchanges. Now if you want more flexibility, you have more knowledge on cryptocurrency, or maybe you have more technical skills in cryptocurrency coding or stuff like that, you can easily use the centralized exchanges and it will actually give you way more money, right? But since most of us are not really into tech and we don't really know much about all those things, let's quickly go ahead and go to spots in the centralized exchanges. And once you come over here, what you're gonna see is all these different exchanges. We have the number one leading exchange to be Binance, which as it currently stands is confirmed that Binance is currently leading in terms of daily market volume, right? Followed by Bybit and Coinbase and Orbit and so on and so forth, right? So there are a lot of exchanges over here, and this particular place can also serve as another thing, right? So most of the time when you go to the internet, you find to the YouTube, you find a lot of people talking about arbitrage using so many exchanges that you've never really heard about. One thing I want you to do is to come over here in CoinMarketCap, use the steps I just showed you, and look for that exchange. If you find it over here, go ahead and click on it and read about the exchange to know when they launched, and make sure they do not have any of these bad signs over here in them. You can see all these exchanges with all these particular symbols, right? So the Binance US is actually legit exchange, but they all have the reasons why they gave it all those symbols, right? So just go ahead and read through it, see the assets they trade, read about them, and do more researches before you use any of all those exchanges, right? But we already know that we have legitimate exchanges like Binance, Bybit, Coinbase. We have Orbit, OKX, BitGet, MetaTalk together. All these exchanges are seen over here. Many of them are legit exchanges, and Bitmart and L-Bank and so on and so forth. I use so many of these exchanges myself to trade and make money every single day, right? Coming down here, you can see Luno as well. It's a legit exchanges. I've used that one as well. Now, depending on your country, you can decide to also use that as well or not. We have Xmo as well. We have Corbit. I've also used Corbit and CEX.io as well. So lots of exchanges over here. So make sure that any exchange you're trading with appears on this CoinMarketCap exchange market list. There are tons of them. You can actually look for way more about them, right? So enough of that, let's go ahead and see a practical example of how this is actually gonna work. So go ahead and click on Binance and Bybit. So when I'm using these two for this tutorial, you can look for more in other exchanges if you want to, maybe like BitGet and so on and so forth, right? We can also try that out. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on BitGet and go ahead and click on the website. So what you also have to know is that depending on your country, right? If you come from a country that does not accept BitGet, you will not be able to trade with BitGet. So it's very, very important for you to know that. Okay, so because over here it says that my my location is already restricted. So although I'm not really gonna be using them, I just want to show you something. Okay, so once you come over here, go ahead and click on trade, and we're gonna be going straight to the spot trade. Okay, so once we come to the spot trade right here, let's see what we have over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and reject all this and click on this. Okay, so once we come over here, this is going to bring us straight to BTC USDT, and this is the current price of BTC USDT. You can find the price easily by simply looking at this particular place right here. Okay, so you can see the price over here, 415,706 USDT. So I've also opened these on some other exchanges like Bybit as well. So if you come over here, let's go ahead and refresh and make sure we have the same markets running. Okay, so just give it some time. All right, so you can see over here we have 115,704 USDT. So 706 USDT. So they basically have $2 different in this. So this one has actually moved to 13, and this one is still in 6 or 14 right now. Okay, so the one thing about this whole thing is that the prices are always moving, right? The prices are not always the same, and the reason for this is because, you know, the amount of people buying in Binance and the amount of people buying in Bybit and also buying in BitGet, and also the amount of people selling in all these exchanges, they are not the same, right? So they all have discrepancies in the prices. They cannot really keep proper track of these prices, and they have to continue making the markets to be able to match up to each other. So they've implemented smart ways of doing this as well by using robots to monitor the market. But regardless, they cannot actually be that accurate. Okay, so the only challenges that you might actually face when it comes to cryptocurrency arbitrage trading is the volatility, right? How quickly the market moves, because no matter how fast you are, you cannot really beat the market, especially a market like BTC. You can see how the price is jumping from this to this, right? And you can see the prices are never the same at any given time, but regardless, the prices are moving really fast. Okay, so you can just go ahead and check it out. They are never the same at any given time, but they are always moving really, really fast. All right, so they always have about $9 gap, $4 gap, $5 gap, and so on and so forth. So the other thing I would advise you to do is probably go ahead and take a look at some other assets, right? So assets like, let's see, let's go ahead and click on the spot exchange and check something like ETH, something that is of a smaller price. And let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on that over here, ETH USDT. This is the current price, 4,630 USDT or USD rather in Binance. You can also check the same thing over here in let's check for ETH in Bybit as well. So you can see ETH right here, and let's see what we'll have right here. Okay, so what we have over here in Bybit is 4,631. Not that different from this. Okay, so this one is 30, this one is 31, just $1 difference, right? Regardless, that is still a price discrepancy, no matter how you want to talk about it or use the market to do arbitrage. They're still different in prices. Okay, it's cheaper over here in Binance than it is, right? So it has actually gotten cheaper over here as well, right? So it's cheaper in Binance than it is in Bybit as it goes, because the price keeps on dropping lower in Binance than it's in Bybit. You can also check the same thing over here in BitGet as well. There are so many other price assets you can also check as well, not just these ones I'm sharing with you, but depends on what you actually want to trade, or which one that best resonates with you, and the one you can actually keep track on, right? So the price of all these things you see are very legitimate. They are the current live prices in all the cryptocurrency markets as of this, as long as this exchange is concerned. Now, I would have actually liked to move to something like PI, because it's actually a cryptocurrency that did well a couple of months ago, but not all these exchanges have PI. So exchanges like Bybit and Binance don't actually have PIs, so you cannot trade PI on them. Okay, so if you can ahead and search for PI right now in Bybit, you are likely not going to find it. Okay, so you can see over here it's not available in Bybit. You can also not find it in Binance as well, because they are not yet available in Binance, and I don't know if they will be or if they will never be, right? But they're not available in Binance as well, right? So there's no PI coins in these ones, but you can find them in places like Bybit, Bitget, or so on and so forth, right? So this is basically how this works. Actually, there's really nothing different or difficult about this arbitrage trading. It's simple, which is simply to find where the market is selling cheaper and where it's selling more expensive. They can also do arbitrage in gift card as well, but that's gonna be a topic of another day. What do you think about this? Do you actually have more you want me to share about this arbitrage to you? You can also go ahead and leave the comment in the comment section, and I will definitely look into it and prepare a video, a well-detailed video that is probably way better than this one, to share with you guys that particular topic and explain it better for you to understand, right? So before you leave, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up so you can be keeping updated on any new information I bring to you about this topic, right? I'll see you in the next one. Take care and happy ending.